Right, so we've got Daniel here at the Soup Kitchen. I think Daniel said it used to volunteer and used to be called the Hungry House, yeah.
Hungry Hearts is called.
Oh.
It's still called Hungry Hearts.
Hungry Hearts, yeah. So Daniel's got a good story, yeah. So you used to be addicted to drugs, and now you've come out of that, and you've done 2 books. Tell us a little bit about the addiction and a little bit about climbing out of that hole.
Growing up I was in South London, innit, my whole life, and when I was young, about 10, a bit earlier than that, my mum started drinking, and then my mum started smoking crack. So I grew up around it from that. She always showed us, she was always loved there, like, you know what I mean, it was always a beautiful home. But by the time I was 17, I started smoking crack. Then on my 20th birthday party, I tried heroin. And then within a few months, literally 3 months before my 21st birthday, I was in Feltham, I was in prison. And then from 21 until literally 2020, so literally 3 years ago, it was a cycle, in and out of prison, every year, like 40 times to 10 different prisons in those 12 years. And I spent about 6 years out of them 12 years in prison. Just a cycle: shoplifting, prison, jail, shoplifting, prison, get clean, jail, cycle. And then in 2020, while I was in prison for a lie, which went no further action, my mum passed away for cancer, and I had to say goodbye down the phone. She couldn't speak, and I had to go to her funeral in handcuffs. And then I phoned her. And it was lucky that I phoned her that time, because literally 3 days later she had passed away. And if I didn't phone her, I would have never been able to say goodbye. And that would have killed me. That would have hurt me so much. Because even though something that really hurt me was the fact that I couldn't say goodbye to her face, and you know what I mean, just for her to see me. Because my little brother, he said that my mum, she hadn't eaten for 2 weeks, and he said that the last thing she said before she stopped talking was that she just wanted to see me and my other brother. It kind of changed me a bit. I thought, right, when I came out, I thought life's too short, you know what I mean? I thought, right, if I died now, I feel like I wasted my life. And also the fact that the coronavirus had hit and there was lockdown, that also made it a little bit easier, because you could get drugs if you wanted, but the fact that they was that little bit more difficult to attain made it that easier bit to stay away from them, you know what I mean? So that was also a benefit. And then from there, I just stayed clean, didn't go back to the crack, the heroin, and I was actually still substituting it with spice, but from jail I was smoking spice. But for me, it was still progress.
Tell us a little bit about spice, yeah, because it's a new drug that's come on the scene, yeah, and I don't really know too much about it. Tell us a little bit about that, your experience with spice, and I know it's rife in the prison at the minute as well.
That originally more started with prison, you know what I mean? That's where it really started. It used to be legal a couple of years ago because they was experimenting with it, and that's what they do. But yeah, it's dangerous, because I remember at one time I think it was double figures in a year that people were dying in prison from spice overdoses. And yeah, but it's still going on in the street, you know what I mean? Because sometimes their habits follow them to the street, and that's what happened with me, and it followed me out the street.
What does spice do to you, like? What does spice do to you?
It's like weed, isn't it? Obviously, like that's what it's like. That's because obviously it's like a weed substitute, so it's not really like crack or heroin like that. So it's more like a weed substitute. But a lot of people who smoke weed don't look down on spice and wouldn't smoke spice. They look down at it like it's crack or something, you know what I mean? They look at people like that.
Alright, so what is your success story now? So I've just chatted to you just a moment ago, and you have done so good, really incredible to where you're at today. So tell us a little bit about what's going on today. What have you done? What have you been up to?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that bit there, the spice, I was doing the spice, and then 2021, I had a mad incident in a hostel just over there, because I was living just over there, like 2 minutes away. I jumped out my window. Even though I was still stable, like I'd sorted out benefits, I had somewhere to live, I was stable, I weren't on crack and heroin, I weren't using needles no more, I just played in life. I jumped out my window, got myself arrested, and then that day, something just changed me. I said, rah, you know what? To be honest, it was the policewoman. Like I even put this in my book here.
I think for nurses, police women, the uniform, yeah, I don't know what it is, yeah, just it's just mad. But yeah, the police woman came and she was fit, and then something just changed in me in that moment. I just looked in her eyes and I thought, rah, I want something like that, you know, like I wanna sit like I thought, rah, you know what? And then from that moment, my life had changed. The next day I came home, I didn't have a TV no more because I punched my TV the day before in that incident where I jumped out my window, and I got on my laptop and I saw an advert from the Mickelson twins about publishing books and audio books, and that was the start of the transformation. From that moment I started writing a book that exact day, and then within 2 months I had weaned myself off the spice, and then from then I just continued writing the book, continued progressing, started volunteering here at the Soup Run. Took 2 years to write my book. I finally joined the course with the twins that inspired me last year, November, day after my birthday. And then in February, I published my memoir, and yeah, it's been doing well ever since, you know.
What's the book's called?
Heaven or Hell, A True South London Story is my main book. That's my memoir that took me 2 years to write, my whole life story. And my little book is How to Become Streetwise, simple steps to be confident, successful, and assertive in all situations, something like that. Yeah.
Wow. So you was just telling me about the next plan that you've got planned, which is incredible, and you just give me your business card. So definitely, I'll link up with you on that. So what's your new vision stepping forward in 2024?
My plan for 2024 is to obviously pass the knowledge on now. So I want to build a little publishing course, a little digital publishing course, a little online course, you know. Something in the range of £50 to basically pass all my knowledge on, to teach people how to learn how to write and publish their first book, how to transform their life, how to get the right mindset, because these are things I've been studying over the last few years hard, you know what I mean? Been studying all the wealth billionaires, so I want to pass that knowledge on, build a little online digital course for around £50, put all that knowledge in there and help people to transform their life and write and publish their first book.
Mate, absolutely amazing, and the fella's looking dapper as well. Look at him, mate. Look, he's looking dapper, mate. Look, you done incredible. Honestly, really done good, mate.